Structure your money, stabilize your life. Welcome to KellySharing. I'm Kelly, sharing practical and thoughtful insights on money. Hello everyone, this is Kelly and welcome to my channel. Let me start with the simple questions. If your income stopped for 6 months, just 6 months, and how confident are you that your lifestyle wouldn't collapse? Not theoretically, not I have investments, but realistically. This is a question I quietly ask many professionals one-on-one. Software engineers, finance managers, doctors, consultants, people earning $150,000, $200,000, even $300,000 a year. And the response I often get is silence. Not because they are irresponsible, but because no one ever taught them how to look at money this way. They were taught how to earn, how to perform, how to succeed, but very few were taught how to build a financial foundation that actually support their life. Today, I want to share 3 patterns I repeatedly see among high-income earners. Patterns that quietly create financial fragility behind impressive numbers. If you recognize yourself in any of this video might give you a new perspective. The first trap often sounds reasonable. I'm doing well financially. I don't need to think about this urgently. But the data consistently tells a different story. The CFP boss reports that nearly 40% of households earning over $100,000 still live paycheck to paycheck. The Federal Reserve surveys of household economists also shows that even among higher income groups, many struggles with unexpected expense. Why does this happen? Because income growth is usually followed by lifestyle expansions, bigger homes, better neighborhoods, private schools, more travels, more subscriptions, more responsibility. None of these are wrong, but they silently increase your fixed commitments. Behavioral economics call this lifestyle lock-in. Once you adapt to a certain standard of living, your brain treats it as normal, not as luxury. So when income disruptions happen, the psychological shock is often larger than the financial shock. I have spoken with people who said, I make great money, but I feel like I'm constantly running. I should feel secure, but I don't. I can't imagine slowing down. That feeling is often a signal. Your financial structures may support your lifestyle, but it does not yet support your freedom. High income should create options, not pressures. The second trap is especially common among intelligence-capable people. I invest. I understand the markets. I am financially literate. And many of these people truly are smart. But smart investing alone does not equal financially resilient. Vanguard's long-term investor behavior research shows that the average investor underperforms the market by about 1 to 2% annually due to emotional decisions, poor timing, and lack of structured discipline. That may not sound dramatic, but over 20 or 30 years, that gap compounds into an enormous difference. Even beyond performance, what concerns me is how many portfolios are built only for growth, but not built for stability. People ask, what is the return? But rarely ask, what happens if I lose my job? What happens if I get sick? What happens if the market drops 30% when I need liquidity? I have seen people with 6-figure portfolios who still experience constant financial anxiety, not because they lack of assets, but because they lack of structures. Think of it building a house. Investments are like beautiful furniture. Structure is the foundations, the walls, the plumbing, the electrical system. Without structures, the house might look impressive, but it's not safe to live in long term. The third blind spot is often the most expensive. Most people dramatically underestimate how much friction exists between gross income and new life. According to IRS and Tax Foundation data, once you account for federal tax, state tax, payroll tax, benefit costs, and marginal tax brackets, many high-income earners lose 35 to 40% of marginal income, which means you work harder, you get promoted, you earn more, and nearly half of every additional dollars never actually reaches your life. What makes this more painful is that many people combine high taxes with inefficient financial structures. They work extremely hard, but their money constantly leaks through the system. Most people don't need more hustle, they need more clarity. And clarity doesn't come from guessing. It comes from understanding the full picture: income, spending, protections, liquidity, risk, and after-tax efficiency. If any part of this video resonated with you, it doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It simply means that you have reached a state of life where clarity matters more than speed. Many people I speak with are responsible, hardworking, and thoughtful. They're not careless with money. They are just navigating a system that no one ever fully explained to them. From time to time, I offer complimentary financial structures reviews, not as a pitch but as a conversation, a chance to look together at your cash flow stability, your risk coverage, and whether your overall structures actually support your life. If this sounds helpful to you, you are welcome to reach out through the link in my profile, or simply leave the word structures, no pressures, just clarity. A strong income should give you peace, not anxiety, not confusion, but confidence. Thank you for spending this time with me. I will see you in the next video.